Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito? Where's my breakfast? Where's my breakfast?
Jeez, settle down. Settle down. Here it is. God, dude. Took all morning.
Yay, pancakes. I love pancakes. What the hell is this thing?
It's a pancake.
No. I know what pancakes look like. They're not flat and rubbery and cold.
Okay, these are crepes. They're the French version of pancakes, basically. They're a universal food. I use them in a lot of different things, man. Trust me, they're good.
It doesn't look good. I want pancakes. You said you would make pancakes. And this is not syrup. Is this apricot jam? This French too?
No, it's actually strawberry. But you know what? If you're going to whine about it, you don't have to eat it because... Hello and welcome to another episode. Crepes really are a universal food. I wasn't kidding back there. Not only are they very easy to make, one of the reasons why I decided to film this episode, but also, even the pickiest eater, once they try them, normally are hooked. Isn't that right, Burns?
I made ice crepe. Tasty.
I'm so proud of you. Here, go on back to the living room. You can go ahead and enjoy it, buddy.
I'm a chef.
As a chef, like Play-Doh is a cooking item. Every part of the world has a version of crepes. I mean, we've got America, of course, has pancakes and flapjacks. South America has tortillas, both flour and corn. Europe, they've got egg muffins. Belgium, of course, famous for their waffles. France has crepes, and what does Asia have? Tentacle porn. No, food. They've got okonomiyaki, that's right.
Chicken teriyaki?
No, okonomiyaki.
Prison spanking hachi?
No, okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki.
Yoko Ono Saki.
They're Japanese pizza.
Why didn't you say that?
You know what, actually, the elves of Middle Earth even have a version of this. So let's go ahead and prepare some batter, fry some up, and just see where we go from there. I mean, come on, chefs are a lot like mad scientists, except we can eat what we make.
I still want my pancakes!
Shut up!
Aww.
Like I said before, this recipe is incredibly simple. You will need 2 large eggs. You'll need 3/4 cup of milk, a half cup of water, a whole cup of flour, and 3 tablespoons of butter. This one thankfully has little lines on it, so all you gotta do is cut that off right there and nuke it. And you'll need something to mix it all in. There's the brilliant part. For this recipe, we'll be using a bachelor's helper, the blender. Cool thing about the blender is it's got its own mixing bowl. You don't have to worry about anything else. You just take it out, put it in the fridge, and let it sit. Yes, I said put it in the fridge. Crepes, unlike most normal things where when you make them, they're supposed to be lumpy and gooey and just ready to go into the oven, crepes are supposed to be airless. No bubbles, no forms, no masses, as flat as possible. So we'll be mixing them all up in the blender, putting them into the fridge for at least an hour. I normally set it overnight and then cook them in the morning, but you can do it, an hour should be okay. So let's get all this stuff mixed together and go to town. Hey guys, I know I said that I would never pre-prepare anything for the show, but something occurred to me while I was starting to film this episode. Do you really want to hear me talk when it's going like this? I bet you don't! So I made some beforehand for you! It's easier on all of us that way. Oh, one more thing. While that stuff's sitting inside the refrigerator, let's talk about variations on the norm. Let's see. Okay, if you're going to do a savory crepe, something that has some more flavor to it for dinner or something like that, like for quiche or something. Let's do, okay, normally people would say use fresh spice. That's it. Nothing hard or grimy or anything like that because you'll have chunks inside of it. I don't have time for that, nor do I have the extra money to go out and find a market to do so. So I buy McCormick. Yes, I'm using their brand name on the show. I don't care. They can sue me if they want to. I'm telling them that they're doing a brilliant thing. See, McCormick has just started making grinders in all of their seasons. So it comes out in the full package like it properly should, but then also you can go ahead and grind it to whatever size you want to. It's got 3 different variables on there. I normally twist it about 12 or so times. I put a lot of spice in it. Just do it the flavor, make a few batches, and try it out. Also, do some salts. I like using either the sea salt or the garlic salt for mine, because I'm a huge fan of garlic. I normally do about 3 or 4, you know, just about a teaspoon or so. You don't have to go overboard. Please don't. It'll taste like crap. Dessert crepes. If you're doing something more for a dessert item, add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I would use about a small handful of sugar. Just throw it in there. Don't go overboard. If you go overboard with it, it'll all caramelize and burn in the pan when you're trying to cook them, so please don't do that. And by the way, I know I said, once again, no pre-preparing, but do you really want to see what me and Burns are going to be doing for an hour while we wait for this stuff to get done?
That's right, Burns Hogan! When I take you on for the ECW Championship belt, you will know that there is no better hardcore legend than the Ultimate Fat Man!
Shut up, I've been kicking your ass for the past 10 minutes.
Crap!
And take off that hat.
It's my ring entrance attire!
You're a douche.
Okay. Making a crepe is just as simple as, well, making the batter for a crepe. First, turn your skillet on high. Normally most skillets can do it on medium heat, but I've got one of these really old models, so it's not going to work very well. You need to get a pan. It has to be Teflon. The reason for that is it's a non-stick surface. If you're going to be moving anything and flipping it, it's got to be a non-stick surface so it'll, well, get off without sticking. Adoy. So go ahead and get that on there with a high heat. Get yourself some butter. Lube up the pan real quick. Make sure to get it around the edges. Put a nice big amount on there. There we go. And when it starts sizzling, just like it's doing a little bit in the pan, you already know that you're good to go. So go ahead and take your mix. Get a half cup. Put it in there. Go and pour it in. Okay, now that it's in there, go ahead and stir it around. Basically, what you need to do is make sure it evenly coats the entire pan as much as possible. Because if it all lumps on one side, you're going to get some parts that are, well, wafer thin, and if they're wafer thin, then you might as well be trying to flip a piece of paper. It's just not going to work right. Go ahead and coat that on there. It's not doing that properly. Let's leave it on the heat for a little bit. Now, I will go ahead and warn you guys while I'm doing this. Your first one might not come out good. Thankfully, I've done this enough times where, you know, it normally comes out good on the first take, but there's every good chance that the first one will just not coat properly, or there'll be too much butter in the pan, or it'll be too hot or too cold. Either way, if it does that, don't worry about it. Try to flip it properly. Try to save it. Munch on it while you're working on the other ones. If not, throw the fire away. You don't need it. Basically, now that it's, see how it's starting to come off there? Perfect. You take it, shake it a little bit, make sure it comes apart. Now, French chefs have this really weird, like, wooden dowel spatula thing that they come in, take it, and then gently flip it over. But we live in Texas, so we are the land of the flapjack, sir. So, easiest way to do it, push out, come up, come around. Do it like a circle if you're going to do it. Yeah, very nice. Okay, once it seems fairly cooked, and it's easy to move on this end too. Look at that, isn't that cool? Go ahead and get just a plate, put a towel on it, scoot it over, and lay it down. There, done. You've got your first crepe done. I've got another mix here, so let's go ahead and make a few more, won't we?